Hi Ishmael, how are you?
Hi, Siddharth, thank you for having me here.
Sure, man, no problem. I wanted to
Yeah,
check up on you in general. How have things been for you, like before and after the COVID?
I didn't get that.
Oh, I was asking you, how have things been for you before and after COVID?
Wow, that's a huge one. Yeah, before COVID, I've been a very kind of busy person. I work in a school, and the activities that you get engaged in when you're in the school, engaging the children,
Hmm.
organizing studies, learning content and materials is a big task. But we're enjoying it. We have passion for the job, and that's the best that we can give. So we have to give it. The motive behind all that we do as teachers is to be able to create leaders for tomorrow, and that vision is still on. And over time, before the pandemic and lockdown, we have had a very good time.
Hmm.
So sometimes last year, 2019 December, when the news about the outbreak of the COVID-19 coronavirus somewhere in China, we were studying the events, hoping for the better.
Hmm.
But in March 2020, the Nigerian government wanted all schools to be locked down
Hmm.
to be able to control the spread of the virus
Hmm.
among both adults and the students. So we were following on that. Then in March, we went on the lockdown. Schools were shut down. Then it was then it dawned on us that our economic our economic life as individuals now suffered a very huge blow.
Hmm.
No income was forthcoming. Even sometimes feeding was a very big problem too.
Hmm.
And it was a very big problem for us.
Yeah.
As much as our own nation is a developing nation, the government have little or nothing to give to the populace to be able to, as in palliative, to help them scale through the season. But it was fine. We had a good one. And before then, I had a, a privilege of joining Uptrend
Hmm.
through somebody that was together with us at Steamit. His name was Yuruji. We did a WhatsApp webinar. I took it for granted then until March when I took it seriously. You know, I was just playing away. In fact, all my one-up tokens I got, I was just boosting my post with my
Mm-hmm.
one-up tokens. I didn't know the the economic value of one-up until it continued like that. March, April, May, June, July. Then August, when we have the bullish run for the one-up token, where we had a very good value for one-up, then we were able to sell and we had some money in our purses. So that gave us a push. Our faithfulness, our loyalty to the platform had to change. And then even before that time, I came up with some other ideas apart from uptrend. Had to do some farm, had to do some planting of plantain, engage in some other activities that could bring food on the table. It
Hmm.
has not been a good year, but we are thankful that we are here and we are alive. A lot of people died under the during the period, but we bless God for life. So that's the journey from March till to August 2020.
Wow. I must admit you actually answered one of the questions I was actually going to pose to you, but this question that was striking me in my head, business wise, like before and after
Okay.
COVID, like business wise, like was it better for you before COVID or was it like been pretty much equal even after COVID, business wise?
I didn't get that very clearly.
I was saying like business wise for you, like how was it before COVID and after COVID in a way?
You mean life pattern after COVID and before COVID?
I know business wise, business wise.
Business-wise, okay, a lot of businesses um, had it very bad.
Hmm.
Some business organizations had to cut down on their staff strength because patronage was very low. People that are supposed to patronize your business will always tell you they are beginning to pick the pieces of their life up again to be able to meet up with the demands of the time. So patronage business-wide reduced so drastically, but we still have people who came around, and but the fact is that the pattern of business have changed, and COVID-19 is a factor that caused that. People would rather want to do businesses um, that they are optimistic will give them immediate reward. People don't want to be involved in long-term business anymore. So I think people ventured more into farming where they could get returns immediately. So for business-wise, in the business arena, the kind of people that we expected to do business with us are no more doing business with us. They have sought patronage elsewhere.
Okay. I'm sure you've been following the US election. Like, what were your thoughts on Biden winning it?
Joe Biden election, American election. Wow, that's a good one. Joe Biden, you know, to be frank, America is a stakeholder in world politics, and people trusted Donald Trump to a large extent. You know, you must not forget the fact that the world is polarized into two blocks.
Hmm.
Those who believe in the economic theory of the East, and those who follow critically the economic theory of the West. So Joe Biden came. You cannot overemphasize the impact of Joe Biden in America's economy. Now, for the very first time, the percentage of unemployed people reduced drastically. No, but I think one thing that worked against Trump was that he didn't listen to the people. And there was taxation both of the poor and the rich.
Hmm.
Heavy taxation was placed on people. But Donald Trump came. One manifesto that worked against Trump was that Joe Biden was ready to tax the high income earners more than the low income earners, which is the political theory of Joe Biden being a Democrat. He decided that people who have higher income will be heavily taxed, and the generated revenue for taxation will be used to succor the well-being of the poor. So we hope that Joe Biden's election as the next American president will affect the world positively. And also, the foreign policy of Donald Trump was not too fine. His target against some countries in the East, in Asia. You heard about the Iran issue. You heard about some other countries that Donald Trump was trying to war against. Everybody wants peace. We don't want a leader that will put the world into chaos. So I think those things work against Trump. We hope for the better with Biden. Congratulations to Biden once again.
Okay. On a final note, what's your plan for the future?
Yeah, for the future is not far away from the future now. I hope to discover more about crypto. That's the next in thing. To do crypto, want to go into it in a large extent. And I hope I will be able to have tutorials soon with some people around to be able to fashion the way out, the way forward for that. You know?
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Okay. All right. And on that note, I'd like to say thanks so much for your time, and hopefully we can do many more like this.
Yeah, I would only want to come up again. Thank you.
Thanks, man.